Welcome everyone to our 2023 Forefathers Cup recap show. I'm Paul Scott with my good friend Matt Berkey. Matt, it's been a little while since we've talked. We had a little hiatus. We both went on some vacations. We're back to recap the year. How are you, my friend?
Yeah, I am in Delaware right now. We're staying at a condo, and actually, there's a driving range just on the other side of these walls, golf course right here. So I've been going to the range in the evening, doing some putting, some short game practice in the evening. So I'm living it up right here. It's awesome.
Awesome. I'm
Yep.
living it up slightly different, adding two more children to my treasure trove of children since the last time we talked. So I've been busy doing that, but I'm super excited to talk golf. And we may have a special guest later, Matt.
Oh, that'll be fun. So everyone, give it up for Paul and his wife Kirsten. They now have 4 kids. Paul is putting the forefather into
Ooh,
forefathers. So great job,
ooh.
Paul. Um,
Now we need to get you there.
Congrats. Well, listen, our third's coming in January, so we'll be ready. We'll be ready for that. But yeah, we had a great forefather season, Paul. It was so fun. Everyone who participated this year, it was just a blast. So look forward to recapping a little bit in this episode and seeing and welcoming our Forefathers Cup winner in just a few moments. So it's going to be a blast. Paul, first, give us some special thanks to who thanks is due.
Yeah, definitely a special thanks just to Tri-State. I know they're not sponsoring this video, but they sponsored us throughout every tournament and throughout the year. So huge shout out to Brian and the whole Tri-State team, all their agents, everyone who participated from them. It was great adding them, and Matt, because they added him, we had a lot more people, so we had a total of 94 different participants, which I think was awesome, including 4 different winners that we have. But why don't you talk to us a little bit about the standings this year?
Yeah, I mean, the season was great. We saw about 50 or 60 people in each challenge. So, as some people didn't play, some people hopped in. So, we had a 94 overall, which is our largest season yet as far as participants. And a good number of those people still participated in all 4. Um, and so, yeah, we had a blast. All of our winners were first time winners. So, give it up for Caleb, who won the Masters, Wayne, who won, what was the next one? PGA?
PGA. Yep.
And then Stevie, our third forefather, and then Olivia Ryder closing us out. So first time winners, as well as our Forefathers Cup winner. He went T8, T2, T6, and T12.
Okay.
His worst finish was
So
tied 12, which is pretty stinking consistent.
I think he beat me and you pretty much on every single tournament this year, which was very disappointing.
So Paul, I was looking up some stats
Oh no.
of all the people who played all 4 events this year. The last place was Landon Weiger.
Oh, there we go,
Weiger
Landon.
Woods.
Thanks for saving me,
He
Landon.
would actually win our season wide 3-putt award if we were giving it out. Second to last out of those who played all 4 events is my mom,
Okay, I'm glad to beat Didi.
and
Didi.
then third worst is you, Paul.
Yeah, well, I'll just keep
My
showing
mom.
you my trophy from last year, Matt.
So
Oh,
just
it
to
was
throw some
bad.
at you, but you know, listen, everything evens out. You have some good times, you have some bad. You'll come back next year.
Oh, absolutely, Matt. Absolutely, because I live and breathe this,
Yeah.
so I
Well,
love
hey,
it.
what do you say we welcome Grant in and
Yes,
meet our Forefathers Cup champion for 2023, Grant Snipes. Snipers,
snipers,
sand
sand
lappers.
lappers. Love
Here
that.
comes
Love
the
that we timed that. Sniper, no sniping. I've been waiting to say that. Which I'll have to ask you a question on that after we get Grant on.
Hey, Grant,
Hey guys, how's it going?
welcome.
We are great. So excited to have you on, man.
Hey, I'm excited to be here. I mean, it's been a whirlwind weekend. I got the trophy in the mail on Friday, so got our celebrating in, and then got back to business today at work. But I appreciate. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so Matt, so I guess he didn't go to Disneyland or Disney World to celebrate like a lot of champions. He didn't take the day off.
The real question is, did you bring the trophy into work and show your coworkers?
I'm actually taking it tomorrow, so
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure I got to keep it at home for a couple days and just bask in the overall greatness of it. But yeah, I am taking it in tomorrow. It's definitely got a place for it on the desk, ready to go. So yeah, it's going in tomorrow for sure.
Oh, that will be great. So if we have an influx of new uh, golfers next year, we know because that Florida region is just blowing up with forefathers.
Oh, it's crazy down here. Yeah, it's crazy. Absolutely.
Uh, so Grant, right before we brought you on, we talked about uh, how your season long standings tied eight, tied second, tied sixth, tied 12th, which incredible. Three top tens. Your worst finish was tied 12th. That was your worst finish all year. We could probably find a ton of golfers who didn't even finish tied 12th one time, and that was your worst. So
Mm.
it was
I'll
awesome.
raise my hand there. I'll raise my hand there.
Did you, Grant, did you have like a season long strategy? Did you pick with your eyes closed, or how did you pick your teams this year?
No, I definitely going into the season with all the live off stuff going on going into the season. I kind of thought, okay, I'm definitely not going to be one way or the other. I'm definitely going to intermingle my team with as many PGA guys and live golf guys as I can. Um, I think DJ and Brooksy were obviously big for me, especially the first three tournaments. Those guys really, and Scotty Scheffler really carried me through the first three tournaments. Those were three guys. I just said, okay, those guys, even with Brooksy and DJ going off to the live tour, I said those guys are usually dogs in major tournaments, so you can kind of go by them and say, okay, I know they're going to put up consistent scores at least 2 to 3 rounds out of the tournament. So pepper in a guy like Sahith Tagawa, somewhere in there. He had a high round for me. I believe it was in the U.S. Open. I can remember one of those tournaments, but yeah, that was kind of my strategy going into it. To be honest with you, I totally changed my strategy up at the British Open, the final tournament. I said, okay, I don't think American's going to win, and I was dead wrong. I mean, a guy from Georgia went out there and blew everybody out. So I should have just stuck with my American ways there of picking those American golfers, but it still worked out well enough for me to hang on, I guess. So
Fun. Can I give a quick fun fact, Matt? Because you mentioned two guys. Grant, I actually met Sahith Tagala's dad while he was playing with Brian Harmon, who you just mentioned at the
right.
RSM Classic with my dad. We walked in the same group. Just had to mention that fun fact there.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah.
I saw. I think the golf on Sunday they did a little special on Sahith Theegala, and his dad did like a little interview
Mm-hmm.
with that, and so I was thinking of you when I saw that, so that was fun. Um, so
I'll send you the video, Grant, of us with Sahith making the putt, and then his dad giving me a nice high five. We'll send you that.
No, he seems like such a great guy from that golf documentary with him on there. His family all seems like really great people. It's really cool.
That's cool.
They
Okay,
were.
so
Yeah.
Grant, you're watching the golf documentaries too on Sundays. I love that. That's what it
Yeah.
takes to be a forefathers champion. Is you got to watch those documentaries. So it sounds
Mm.
like you went classic. Did you go classic in all the tournaments? And you had Scotty and Brooks, and then your tier four with DJ. You had them locked in, so you pretty much just picked a third tier and went with it.
Pretty much. I mean, I kind of looked at everybody going into each tournament. I didn't predetermine I was going to have a certain guy every tournament necessarily, but those Brooksy, especially as long as he's not injured or something. Usually Brooksy and DJ, the same with him. I like going with those guys in most tournaments, especially Masters and early in the year like that. Um, I don't know how much it affected the world golf rankings. I didn't keep up with it that closely, but I thought maybe them being on live, maybe they'd be ranked lower than they normally would be, and you might be to get a steal with a guy who maybe had a tier A talent, top 10 talent, but he's actually in tier C or D.
Yeah.
So I definitely looked for those guys when I went down to my C or D slots, and definitely I think that helped me out.
Do you take in personality? Because I know for myself, like my heart sometimes wants to pick, or I should say my mind wants to pick Brooks, but I just don't like the guy. So my heart then takes over and I don't pick him. How do you deal with the head and the heart?
Yeah, I'm not. See, Brooksy, I have a very love hate with Brooksy. I don't know. It's part of me doesn't like him, and then part of me I never have liked Bryson. So that part of me also is kind of okay with Brooksy. He does come off as kind of a jerk in a lot of these documentaries we talked about earlier. So I get that part of it for sure. I mean, the way he plays when he's on, though, he just plays so smooth. He can hit it so long. I mean, he's a fun player to watch. And with guys like Tiger and Phil not out there consistently anymore, it's always fun to have those personalities in the game for me, whether you love them or hate them now. So
Yeah,
that's good.
true. Great
Grant,
point.
how did you
Great
come
point.
to join Forefathers?
So yeah, my brother-in-law and I are extremely competitive in all things fantasy sports. Between me being an overweight aging dad and him being a aging dad in a kind of cast right now, we obviously don't get to get out there on the gridiron or on the court very much and prove ourselves. So it's basically fantasy sports or bust for us between football, baseball, golf, just to try to prove who knows more about. We actually run a college football pick'em. Goes throughout the entire season that me and members of my family and my brother-in-law do. So we're all very competitive in those things. And he, obviously had a connection with you guys, and say, hey, check out this Forefathers thing I do. I think he'd really be into it because you know enough about golf, or you at least watch the majors and keep up with golf most of the time throughout the season. I think you might enjoy it. And yeah, it's been something really fun to it makes the majors even more interesting to me, to be honest with you. So if you don't have that, great storyline going into it, I'm so locked in because I got my Forefathers picks in there. So you got to be locked
That's
in.
awesome.
So Grant, you came in because your brother-in-law Jake Arfon's Arfie's Pimento Cheese Boys. He's known by a few Oak Thrill, a few other names. So Jacob actually came in second in the Forefathers Cup standings this year. You beat him by about 800 Forefathers Cup points. So Grant, you had 9,700 cup points this year, and Jake had about 8,800. So he came in second. And how cool is that you get the leg up on him, that you can always hold this trophy over his head?
Oh, it's great. It's something that's definitely going to be talked about Thanksgiving and Christmas as they come. Hoping that he doesn't get the better end of me here next year and the years to come.
Tell us a little bit about the trophy, Grant.
So it's really nice. It's got the I don't know if it's Bermuda, but it's got the grass patch in there. It's looks really
Can you
good.
lift it
It's
up
got
just a little bit?
Yeah,
There we
It's
go.
got the Forefathers up there on the front and the golf ball, and on the back, you probably not be able to tell from the camera there, but on the back it has each tournament summary, basically each individual golfer. So each round that one that got me my result in the tournament. So yeah, just it's definitely a keepsake that I'm going to enjoy flaunting for sure at the office. I know I sent you guys a video of me opening it up, and the sheer joy, just that I had that moment when I got to finally see it. And it's still kind of surreal, but it's starting to sink in, and it feels better every day.
I can't wait till you bring it to the next family reunion and show Jake. He'll love that.
I think it's definitely, the good thing is it's travel size, so I can definitely bring it with me wherever we go for the family reunion. So that'll be good.
Yeah, well, just to compare, I can show you what I show at my family reunions. They're great.
Right.
It's last year's trophy we got here, courtesy of Matt. He may be missing a club there, just
Yeah.
to clarify, but this is my wonderful 2022 trophy. Please comment in the comments whether who has the better trophy here, me or Grant, or if we need to go back next year to our 2022 trophy. And my daughter did steal the club. I'm not sure exactly where it is.
Paul, I was going to say, I thought you used that same exact putter for our mini golf challenge a few weeks ago.
That could have affected why I lost. Yeah, I think that was why, Matt. Had it been.
So, all right. Well, Grant, it's been a blast. Thanks for playing this season. Listen, next season, you got a championship to defend. So come on out.
No pressure.
Guns ablaze. Ooh, how did you come up with the name Snipers Sandlappers?
So I'm originally from South Carolina. So that's where I was first 25, 26 years of my life. Sandlappers is like an old school nickname that from people from the state of South Carolina, like really old. And originally when I started doing Forefathers golf, I tried to stick with like strictly as many South Carolina golfers as I could. But really, there's not that many great ones to win this kind of thing with. I mean, DJ's obviously from South Carolina, so that's really good. But there's not a ton of these you can kind of ride with that. But even though I'm down, I'm firmly transplanted down here in Florida. I still like my South Carolina golf roots. I miss playing in the mountains and that kind of golf. So it's just whenever I go out there and I'm blazing hot in this 100-degree heat in Florida, I always try to remember those 65, 70-degree days in the fall playing golf in South Carolina. That's definitely what I think about when I reminisce about golf for sure. So.
Does anyone ever say sniper no sniping to you, Grant? Is that like that's where my mind went to when I think of snipers, sandlappers?
I've heard it many times before. It was my nickname ever since high school, so I've heard a lot of things
Oh, I
associated
love
with
it.
that for sure.
Okay.
So it's
Okay.
I'm basically an overweight white guy who could spot shoot on the church basketball team, so that's where they got sniper, deadly
Oh,
from long range, and my
okay.
last name is Snipe, so it worked out pretty good. So yeah.
Love it. That's awesome. That's wonderful.
Great.
Well, again, like Matt said, thanks Grant for joining us. It's been a pleasure having you.
Yeah.
The enemy is complacency. I got to fight that next year and just try to remember, hey, I work just as hard to defend the title. And I appreciate you guys running the app and doing everything you guys do. It's definitely a fun challenge to try to go after every year for sure.
Awesome. Yep. Thanks so much. Great getting to know you, and we'll see you next year.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
All right.
Awesome. Thanks, Grant.
See ya.
Thanks.
Okay, it's just me and you, old friend,
He's a cool
finishing
dude.
out the show.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was great. That was a great interview.
Well, listen, let's thank everyone else, Paul, all the other 3 people who are watching the podcast at this point. Thanks for playing this season. Obviously, we can't do it. We can't have the fun that we have without you. So thanks for joining. However you know it, whether you just found us on the app or whether you're a family member or friend or whatever it is, thanks for playing. It was really a fun season. I know Paul and I, we love when majors come around because we get to do all this fun stuff and act like little kids and say hi to each other and check our phones obsessively on Sundays. So thanks for being a part of it. Hopefully you have come to enjoy golf a little bit more. It's helped you to engage and enjoy the game, and also to connect with other people who like the game as well. So it's been fun.
Yep. And last thing, Matt, I'm just going to give us a quick recap, or not recap, preview of our last challenge, our bonus challenge of the year, the Ryder Cup, which is coming September 29th to October 1st. If you would like to play, please email us, forefathersfgc@gmail.com. We're going to have a limited run out. I know I've had a few people kind of tell me or text Matt or myself or Stevie and let us know you want to play. Just so you can have your spot. It's going to be in Italy this year. Matt, quick question trivia for you. How many they just locked up and finalized the first 6 spots for the USA team. Can you name all 6 really quick?
Let's see here. The only thing I know is that I'm not one of the 6 automatic qualifiers. So
oh, wow. Yeah. Get rid of that.
So I'm not
okay. That was your guess.
But I hope JT makes it just for the heart and soul. Come on, JT, put him in.
JT is not even in the top 12, Matt. I'm going to have a controversial take. I am not picking JT for my team, but I think he would get in. But quick rundown. Scott. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I called it last month. JT's going to get in and he's going to make a difference. He's going to win points.
Yeah, you're probably right. He just doesn't deserve it, but that's okay. Scotty Scheffler, Wyndham Clark, Brian Harmon, Patrick Cantlay, Max Homa, Xander Schauffele. A lot of little men in there. We need some beef in there, Matt. We got Scotty as a taller guy. Because I mean, Europe's rolling out John Rahm out there. Terrell Hatton's kind of a big guy. Maybe they'll choose Sepp Straka, Matt, to round out. I don't want to face these big European guys, but
it's not about size of the body. It's about size of the heart. Come on, Paul.
Oh, wow. Love it. Well, on that note, Matt, we are going to say farewell to everyone and thank you for playing, and we will see you next year.